I think it's really important to invest in the future. It's so hard to build people with experience on SailGP on the F50s.
If one day I have to jump in, I have to be ready.
We had actually no one on board that had sailed the boat, and in hindsight that was probably a bit of a mistake. At the same time, starting really from zero, you learn a lot more.
Seb only has to do one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the easiest thing. I mean, turn left and right, and then you shout at the crew.
It's like
isn't
a
it?
car. We really wanted to make sure, to change a bit the mindset of the team and to really have a team that was really going out to win. We want to go like really motivated and not just doing it. The most important is to find out if we still have that flame inside us.
Welcome to SailGP One-on-One. I'm Lisa Darmanin, and today I'm joined by two Swiss sailors, Sébastien Schneiter and Arno de Planta. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you.
Well, it's a little bit chilly here now, so we'll have to talk to warm up. Seb, you've been in SailGP a couple of years now, but I imagine it's changed a lot. Do you remember your first event?
Yeah, I do. It was first event was Bermuda season 3, I think, and yeah, it was a great event, to be honest. Great place to start. When I see some of the guys starting in some really windy events, I really feel for them because, yeah, Bermuda was a great place. But yeah, seems quite a while ago, and a lot of things have happened since. The boats have evolved. SailGP as a league has evolved a lot, and yeah, it's super cool to be part of it.
And what was your first impression, Arno, when you stepped foot on the SailGP tech base? What did you think of the whole thing?
It's honestly pretty amazing. I was happy I could leave all the boat work behind me a bit, honestly. No, it's great. I've been sailing first time like 2 years ago in Dubai as a really like first shot, and then now focusing on the games, and now coming back like being part of the team full time. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your experience as a team together. So you sailed the 49er at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Seb, you are the youngest driver in SailGP, and you've also gone to 3 Olympics. Mm-hmm. I think you're 29 years old, is that right?
Yes, correct.
So you're pretty done a lot in 30 years.
Yeah.
But you guys teamed up. How did that all come about?
Yeah, it was a bit of a coincidence, really. We knew each other, but not that much from sailing against each other in Switzerland for the Tokyo campaign. But Arno was really, really young, just starting. And then, yeah, we went to the Olympics. I went to the Olympics with my other crew, Lucia, back in the day. And then after that, different programs, different circumstances made that Arno and I were without crew or helm in the 49er. So we thought, 1 week before Palma, I think Arno gives me a call and he's like, you fancy doing a 49 regatta? I was like, oh yeah, why not? And we had a great time. And then after that, we thought, why not? Why would we sail together and give it a shot? And it was a really short campaign, actually. With Arno, we really started 2 years before Paris, and we did a lot in those 2 years. And I think we showed up at the games in really good shape. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish it off, but yeah, we see. We still feel like, I certainly feel I'm still really early days in my career. So it's true, I've been 3 times to the games, but I still think there's a lot to come.
It's pretty nice to be young and have that much experience. But I guess also the lead into Paris, it was a 3-year quad because, well, it wasn't a quad, it was 3 years, because of the delayed Olympics. What was your experience like jumping in with someone that had so much Olympic experience? Has Seb taught you a few things, or have you taught him a few things?
No, sure. No, I think I learned plenty with Seb. Interestingly enough, he was coming as well with his coach, all the knowledge he had on the boat, and I was like having different ideas, a different approach to the boat itself, because I was sailing back then with Maxime, and we had our own way of doing things. And then when we started actually with Seba in Palma, we thought like, it's actually an interesting mix, because the way of reflecting, the way of acting, like we learned plenty from each other, and it began pretty smooth, I would say. Nothing too different, but no, he had the experience, that's for sure. All the knowledge about how to really do a proper run up to the games, and I was just fresh and super keen to go, but it's interesting because sometimes on the boat, he's the one getting stressed, or he's the one getting emotions, you know, and I'm a bit the
You're
calm
cool
guy.
and calm.
So yeah, we manage it and we pace a bit each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with sailing in general, like teamwork is so important. On the 49er, a lot of the SailGP athletes have come through the 49er. You have to be so in synchronization with each other, not just moving across the boat, but reading each other's mind. Then obviously at SailGP, you've got to connect with 6 people. But I guess with the teamwork, I guess what do you sort of, do your personalities complement each other? You kind of touched on it that like Seb can get a little bit stressed sometimes, or like
no, absolutely. I think it's something is hard to plan or to prepare. There's some combination of people that work well together and some not so good, and I think that's what we felt when we sailed with Arno without training, without anything. We immediately felt it was going quite well together. We're extremely different, but together we work really well. So yeah, as Arno said, I think for me, it was great to have really that stable crew and really someone who enjoyed going on the water a lot and gave me back that passion for the sport. And on my side, I brought more experience. I brought probably a bit more, ups and downs, but good energy as well, and a lot of determination. So I think it was a good balance.
And what was the experience like for you in Paris? Obviously, you guys had you had some really solid results leading into it. I know that you took some time off SailGP. I've been there. I've had success at Olympics and what I called failure. But like, what was it like for you? I guess first of all, how was the experience for you, Arno?
It's hard to put into words, honestly. Like, well, it's my first games. For me, like we were really aiming at a medal. We had our determination like really up there. We had our own strategy going on, and anyways, I think I managed to really enjoy it as much as I managed to just be completely in it and part of it, like without feeling overwhelmed or whatever. And as my first game, so it just it makes the dream come true, and as well it's putting a bit more determination to keep on working to really achieve the goal we were aiming at, like really come back in Switzerland with a medal.
And I guess for Seb, you sort of like you got into that top 10, but as you said, you were hoping for that medal. You're still young enough to go again. Have you broken any news? Have you guys agreed to sail again, or can you tell us what you're thinking? Or
yeah, I mean we're definitely gonna keep sailing together. We don't know yet if it's in a 49er or what, but for sure, you know, for me it was really important. to bring Arno in the SailGP team, because I know he would bring a lot to the team with his personality and also we're seeing I think it's really important to invest in the future. It's so hard to build people with experience on SailGP on the F50. So bringing Arno in early with a bit less pressure, because he has a role of more of a spare sailor and helping out. I think that was really valuable. And for me, it was important to have him in the team because I know he makes me perform better. And so, yeah, we say we want to keep sailing together. Now for the Olympics, we still have to figure out. See as well with with the calendar, simply just because we're having more and more SailGP events, which is great, but is it actually realistic to be performing in SailGP and in the Olympics? So yeah, we're giving ourselves a bit of time to figure this out, and really want to make sure if we go again for Olympic campaign, we want to go like really motivated and not just doing it. So I think the most important is to find out if we still have that flame inside us and really want to go there to win. So yeah, we're giving ourselves a bit of time, but hopefully by the summer we will have decided what's going on, and gives also time for Arno to finish his studies and focus a bit more on SailGP in the meantime.
Yeah, it's so hard, the Olympics. You have to give so much of your life into it. You learn so much at SailGP, like racing wise and dealing with pressure as well, I'm sure. But you know what it takes. And I think when you've been to 3 Olympics, you know what it takes to perform. And it's such a hard decision to make. And I hope you're enjoying doing this for the time being. It's a pretty good thing to do while you're trying to decide.
Yeah, no, exactly. And yeah, we have so many stuff to do, honestly, and to work on. Like now our head is obviously fully focused on SailGP. I'm as pathway athlete, really working with everyone in the team, so can be even from the coaching side to the physical side, grinding with Matt and Stu, now I'm kind of focusing on learning how to trim the wing. So I'm just having to keep up and stay curious, about everything and every role on board, because if one day I have to jump in, I have to be ready, and it's probably going to take a lot of time as well, because learning from everyone is a really, really tough job to do, but I just love it.
Well, it's pretty hard as the spare sailor to have to learn every position. That's high pressure.
Yeah, it is.
Seb only has to do one thing.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest thing. I mean, you turn left and right, and then you shout at the crew.
It's like
isn't
a
it?
car.
No, it's pretty tough. But there's the simulator. I mean, program going on. The sim keeps on evolving. For the moment, it's at its level. But event after event, when we go there and we train with other pathway athletes like Enzo in the French team, or when I'm training with Maud, it's just great, like to see it evolving and giving feedback to the team. They're super open. I mean, to obviously make it perform better and making it more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, the pathway is super important. I think we've seen a significant amount of injuries this season. I don't know if it's just because the race courses are smaller and there's a lot of boats on the racetrack. There's been a lot of collisions, a lot of injuries. So I think it's really cool what you guys are doing, because you got to plan for the future. You're also quite young, so you've got a great future, Seb. But I guess, I mean, you experienced probably like going into the league. Obviously, you were in Bermuda, which was nice. It was nice and flat there. But I mean, how hard was it coming from Olympic sailing world and stepping into the machines of data? Obviously, you got the wheel. You're trying to coordinate with 5 other people. Well, I mean, it was pretty tough for you the first couple of seasons, I imagine.
Yeah, and it still is, to be honest. It's a really complicated boat to sail, which is really rewarding when you get it right. But to get there, it's really tough. And really, the 6 crew on board need to be super coordinated, and everybody needs to be doing their job well for the boat to go fast and go well around the track. So it takes a lot of experience in all the roles. I think when we started in Bermuda, we had actually almost no one on board that had sailed the boat, and in hindsight, that was probably a bit of a mistake. And I think if I had to do it again, I think you really want to surround yourself with people that have experience in the wing trimming role, the flight controller, to make things faster. But at the same time, starting really from zero, you learn a lot more for the long term. So I think long term is really going to pay off, but at the beginning it's difficult.
Yeah, that learning process is super challenging, no matter what, like if you just had the boat for 2 weeks, but you're trying to learn in racing as well, which doesn't give you a lot of time. I guess coming into this season, you guys have had a pretty big reset as a team. You missed the last couple of events, obviously, with doing your Olympic campaign with Arno, but can you let us into some of the thought process behind that? Was there like some big decisions that you needed to make? Yeah,
it was a difficult time, to be honest. In between seasons, we really wanted to make sure, to change a bit the mindset of the team and to really have a team that was really going out to win. And we knew it's tough to make those changes, and in the short term is always a high risk. But at the same time, we had some great sailors in Switzerland that we couldn't necessarily have in the team for the first 2 seasons we did, and now we had the opportunity to bring it back together. I mean, Arno and Brian, which are sailing with us now, we sailed a lot together back in the days when foiling was really starting on boats like the GC32s, and we were successful. And then our paths separated a little bit, but we always thought it would be great to do something together. And ultimately, I think the goal would be for Switzerland to work a bit better together. I think that we have a lot of good projects in Switzerland, and we're seeing that in other teams. They're able to sail together as a team outside of SailGP2, which is something that we're aiming for, and hopefully we get to do that in the future, because it will really improve our performance in SailGP, but also in Switzerland in general, in all the sailing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it must be nice for you, obviously, to bring in the guys that have that you've sailed with before. We kind of talked about how important it is to have that intuition, and like within your team, obviously you brought in the Swiss sailors, but you also brought in some good grinding power as well. You've got Emirates, Great Britain. He's also a gold medalist in rowing, Matt Gottrell, and Stuart Dodson, who won last year with the Spanish. So some good IP there. Have they given you any insight into what those teams were doing?
Yeah, a bit. I mean, every team find their way of working, honestly, and everybody has its own way of learning and how to analyze his own stuff and data and everything that comes with it. Sure, honestly, they're sharing plenty of stuff, but none of that is really secret. It's just more of a process kind of stuff, and they're sharing their knowledge with me as pathway athlete, and really learning as much as it's going to be like super precise and things going really deep. Like I think Matt for like you would think is just a grinder, but he's bringing so much to the team, honestly, like knowledge and this calmness as well, like mental state. It's just an atmosphere that is bringing to the team is incredible.
And I guess, Seb, like, how would you describe like the atmosphere around the team? Obviously, like everyone is individual. They've come from like quite different things as well. Like, how do you kind of, as the leader of the team, as the driver, kind of bring it all together?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we also kind of all grew up together in some ways, but not necessarily knew each other so well. And I think we have a lot in common. You know, we come from Switzerland, from the lake. We've then had all different pathways, but we all started sailing on the same piece of water. And I think this brings us together. And we've been through a lot as a group inside SailGP, but also outside SailGP. So I think, yeah, it's really, it feels like a nice little family. And then to have that external, you know, different approach to things with Stu and Matt is also very healthy. I think it brings, you know, it opens up a bit our eyes and it keeps us open-minded. So I think it's a great mix. And to be honest, you never really know until you put the team together and go together sailing for the first time. And I have to say, when we started sailing in Dubai, immediately had a great feeling with the team. And there's still so much work to be done, but I think we really all believe in it, and we like working together, and we're all super ready for the challenge. You know, we had quite a strong start to the season, but it's fair to say in LA we took a bit of a slap in the face. So we also knew those moments would come, and now we're looking forward to see how we can react from that.
Yeah, and you also, we haven't mentioned Maud Jayet, who you also both went to the Olympics with. She sailed in the Ilka 6. So I mean, having someone that you trust and you know very well behind you, giving you information is also important.
Now Maud is amazing. You know, she's really, she wants to win. She doesn't like losing, and she brings that in the team, that energy that is really important, I think, for us. And she's really striving to perform, and yeah, she's helping us a lot. She has a really good view for the strategy side, for the wind, reading the wind that she has from the Ilka. And for her, the new thing was sailing on fast boat and on foils, but I think she's enjoying it a lot, and makes it quite hard for her when she has to go back sailing on the slow Ilka. But yeah, no, it's a great addition to the team, and yeah, we're very happy.
Well, I mean, it would have been tough to make those decisions with all those changes, but it seems to be working for you. You kind of touched on it. LA was a rough event for you, but I mean, Auckland and Sydney, you did quite well. You won some races. I guess knowing you can win races must feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's super important for us as a team, but also, you know, for everybody supporting us, for the investors to see like some glimpses of, good performances. And I think for us, when the season started, we always said, you know, we'd rather have some race wins and some last places than finishing 6th, 7th all the time. And I think that's important for us. Now we need to work on that consistency, but we know we can win races, and if we do things well, we can really fight against the best teams. And funnily enough, I think we seem to be performing a little bit better when the breeze is up, which
not very Swiss. You guys are good in the light breeze, right?
Yeah, which we should be better in the light breeze, honestly. And in LA, we struggled a bit in the lighter breeze. So yeah, it would be interesting here to see what we can do.
Yeah, LA was a super tough event. I think that whole foiling, not foiling is so hard. I guess for you, Arno, when you're watching from the outside or on the rib or in the coach's booth, I'm not sure where you watch from, but what's it like for you observing the team and trying to give some feedback?
No, yeah, crazy. Honestly, so on LA, I was in the rib. Was with Matt and Stu. I mean, the three of us.
Oh yeah, because it's
winning
4
on
up,
the rib because it was 4 up, and I mean, yeah, watching at it from the outside is very is half painful but half very interesting as well. Let's say. No, it gets so technical. You know, when you have like only 4 people on board, it's something we haven't really done in this configuration with the team. I mean, we talked a lot about how we could evolve in this configuration with 4 people up, how we would really, try to tweak the boat, and watching at it from like just a few days after, plenty of stuff comes in mind, and you're like, oh yeah, we could have done better here and there. And yeah, I mean, next time we're gonna go 4 up, it's definitely gonna be like a massive step up. I'm sure about that.
And starting is very important at SailGP. You probably hear it every single debrief, and we talk about it all the time. But you guys, your starting is getting better and better. I think I read a statistic that you were the most consistent to Mark 1 over the weekend, even though the results didn't come. Kind of, what's that process of trying to adapt to starts? I mean, like when it's windy, when it's light, you've got different race boxes. Yeah. I mean, for you, Seb, as the driver, what's the biggest sort of decision? Is it because it's always changing in front of you? Yeah, I mean, we're working hard on it, that's for sure. And I'm sure every team is. It's true. Once you get in good shape in Mark 1, the race is a lot easier. And we all know that. And
we're trying to put some structure around it to try to predict everything as best as we can. And to be honest, it's evolving so much that it's really hard to be consistent. I strongly believe there's still a very big part of it is just intuition. And I think as a driver, you need to be really quick with your reactions and really eyes out. And I think it's a part of the race I enjoy the most because, you know, the race can switch in 1 second at that moment. So there's a lot at stake on the starts. And it's a super enjoyable part of the race, but it's also really hard to get right. So yeah, we're trying as much as possible to put a process in place, but sometimes, you know, you say we will do this and that, you end up in the starting box and you do the complete opposite and you still win the start. So it's like, you just have to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has good starts and bad starts. Yeah. It's just about consistency. Obviously, the results have been inconsistent for now, but I guess like looking ahead for the season, what would success look like for you for a Swiss team? Like, do you feel like you're on the brink of making finals now?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the goal. I think for us, to be honest, the Geneva event is really marked in red in our calendar because, of course, it's the home event, but we also believe it will come in a good time for the team because by then we will have had a few events of experience. I think we'll be a bit more mature and yeah, we hope that we can get podium races before Geneva and come to Geneva with strong chances of winning because we also believe we have a strong advantage there, knowing the lake really well. It's quite a tricky place to sail, but we've learned to sail there, we've raced there, we've won there, so no, I think the team is really aiming high. We know, you know, making it to the grand final, saying that would be a bit, not so realistic, but we definitely believe we can make some final races this year.
And for you, Arno, I guess, like, obviously right now you're the spare sailor, but for you, I imagine you have aspirations to jump onto the boat eventually?
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, it's such a, it's something I aim at, like, completely. I'm truly learning from every single role on board. I'm just keeping ready to jump on, like, literally for, like, every position. Even in Dubai, I was replacing P6. I was replacing Maud because she has she struggled a bit with the heat at some moment, and then it could be Matt in the J1. But in the long term, it's just.
What's honestly, your favorite position? You're not going to steal the wheel off Seb, are you?
I mean,
we do this in the 49er sometimes. We swap.
You switch around.
Yeah. I'm not that bad at crew races. No. To be fair, the wing interests me, like, because it's very. You feel like you really own the boat, and it's a bit similar to the 49er, where I would be truly like, trimming the main. But no, every role is super interesting, and I feel like even just having a go at the flight control could be really good. But haven't had a chance to fly the boat yet. I mean, in the sim and in reality, it's two different worlds at the moment. So let's see.
Yeah, it's awesome to have the tools to be able to learn. It's so cool to see, like, you bringing Arno in, Seb, and, like, being able to develop a team and also seeing you guys improve. It looks really tough out there, and it's really cool when I get to chat to you after the race and you've had a good day.
Yeah, and it's definitely a big challenge, but that's what we love. You're racing the best sailors in the world with literally no excuse because we have the same boats, we have all the data available, and I think that what makes SailGP so good for athletes like us to just being able to measure ourselves against the best. And we're looking forward to, you know, put Switzerland on the map, and we know it's not going to happen overnight, but we're working hard towards.
Well, thank you both for chatting. That's all for today's episode. Make sure you subscribe and ping that notification bell. Make sure in the comments you let me know what dynamic duo you want me to chat to next, and I'll see you next time. The fastest race on water lands in New York City.
And the line is white. These are not your normal boats, ladies and gentlemen.
On the 7th and 8th of June, 12 teams are going to battle it out for the crown of the 5 boroughs. Grab your grandstand tickets now and come down and experience the new era of sailing.